All good. All right. Welcome to the JSPT podcast. This is episode 42, 41.
41,
I don't know,
41 or
honestly.
42.
Yeah, it's one of those two. But today we got another sports talk episode. We talk some more on some sports. It is the weekend of Valentine's Day coming up. Today's Thursday, the 13th. Um, we also have the All Star weekend in NBA going on. So a bunch going on. It's no longer the esports off season. I know that's not really sports for some people, but it's no longer the esports off season. Every esport is back in running. They've all did their off seasons as well. So
Yeah.
whether you're a esporter or a sports player, there's something going on. It's the nitty gritty of the basketball season after this weekend. How you feel about that?
I'm excited. Like All-Star Week is like the halfway mark
Yep.
to the
Yep, yep, yep.
season. I think I'm gonna try to pay even more attention to
Same.
what's going
I'm gonna
on
try to watch a
this
game a
rest of the
day.
season. Yeah, I mean, it tends to be like a second half of the season. I pay more attention always. Like the first half is just the NBA season's too long. Like just pay attention. And I'm not a guy who just pays attention to like one player or one team. So
Right.
I kind of want to keep up with everybody, and it's like that's too much. So I kind of just like do it subtly as the season goes on, and it picks up as things get closer to the championship. As far as esports, I'm not really into them at all because most of the games that are like a big deal in esports, I'm
Next
not a
year,
fan of.
next year, I want you to get, or even starting this summer, if you ever get some chance, I want you to pick up one esport to watch, bro. Just one. Just one. I'm sure
I
you'll
watch
love
some
it
fighting game.
once you invest in it. Yeah, bro, Tekken, Street Fighter, something. Pick up
Oh, not
pick up
second.
one. Pick up one. I just want to see you pick up one. It'd be great.
Maybe like competitive chess on like computers and stuff.
Oh no.
All right, so sorry if I have food in my mouth. It's because I do.
Yeah, great
Um,
reason.
I gotta
Great.
eat. So, all right, so let's move on into the topics. First, we're gonna just talk about the NBA for a shit ton, and then we're gonna talk about the UFC event that just happened this past weekend. We're mainly just gonna talk about the John Jones fight anyway.
Yeah.
Because what? I guess the biggest other fight is Valentina, and she beat that girl's ass. I forget her name. Caitlin
I missed that fight.
Copagan.
I missed that fight.
Yeah, and Josh missed that fight. It was a good one though. Valentina she just lit her up. She beat her up. So as expected. So when we get to the UFC stuff, we're gonna just talk about the John Jones fight for the most part. All right, so let's start off. Bleacher Report earlier this week. So actually on Sunday, they posted this little stat. It's not really a stat, I guess. It's just that the Raptors were on a 14-game win streak. It increased, I think, one more win into a 15-game win streak. This is pretty cool. I mean, this is good news if you're a Toronto fan. I obviously have not really been paying too much attention to what the Raptors have been doing this year.
They've been doing pretty good.
I would have never guessed they'd get on a 15-game win streak, but do you think that this is indicative of them maybe repeating this year, Josh?
Nah, they're not. I don't think they're. I mean, maybe it's very possible, but they've been doing really good this year. I mean, from the get go, from the jump of the year, they were doing well. It wasn't expected for them to be the same team. Obviously, losing Kawhi, but that team had great pieces, and people like I know. Everybody looks at the last year's final and is like, "Oh, the Warriors were missing all their players," and yeah, they really were. But that doesn't take away that from that Raptors team having some good pieces. Fred Van Fleet had a breakout playoffs. Um, Pascal Siakam had a breakout year. He was great that whole year. He's even great this year. He's an all-star this year.
Mm-hmm.
Serge Ibaka is a great role player. Always has been a great player. I don't know why people sleep on him. Like he wasn't a part of the big four in OKC of rookies from OKC. And Marcus Gasol I think is still on the team. I think Marcus Gasol is still on the team. Marcus Gasol is 7 foot and just as good as his brother Powell. So probably older and not as great as he was, but I think the team's good, man. I don't think they're repeating though. The East is.
Do you think they're gonna make it to the second round of the playoffs, or?
Yeah, it's possible. Yes, that's definitely possible. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a good segue into the East because I kind of did want to speak on the East, but I mean, it's
Well, it's what I had next. So if
oh
you
well,
want to talk
great
about it
then.
real quick,
Yeah,
let's do it.
for
Go
sure.
ahead.
I mean, the NBA East is. I mean, the last 2 years has been a resurgence of the NBA East. It's been looking kind of like the '90s of the East. I mean, the East in the '90s was actually a decent playing field. There's a few great teams that were there in the late '80s and '90s. Um, as of right now, though, I mean, this year it hasn't been lackluster, but they've kind of been stagnant. I feel like they haven't gotten any better than last year. But with King James out of the East, I mean, of course, the teams are gonna be a little bit more balanced. But at the same time, the talent will go down just a slight bit. But for them to hold at that position instead of falling to the lower end of it, I think that's good. I feel like no one expected the Heat to be so good, but no one expected Jimmy Butler to carry a team by himself for some reason. I don't know why no one expected that. He's a great player. Uh, who else is in the East doing well right now?
I'm looking up the standings.
Boston is doing just as fine. Boston is great, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm not
Boston's
gonna
doing good.
Kemba
Boston,
Walker was a
Heat,
way better fit.
Sixers. Bucks obviously are the number one team. Raptors are doing pretty good. Um,
Uh,
the Nets and the Magic are at the bottom there, which like, yeah, that's not much is gonna happen for them this year.
Well, I mean, they're still in the playoff race, though.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying I don't think they're gonna make any noise.
Brooklyn staying in the playoff race makes me hopeful that when KD does return, they'll be really good.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean Kyrie's been in and out all season, so
Yeah. And
things
then the crazy thing is, I mean, they did have great players on that team before the season started.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
the Cavs are really dog shit.
of course they are, but they're just as good as the Warriors, so it doesn't matter.
That shit's crazy, son.
And they sent Andre Drummond over there. Sad, man. Feels bad.
That's fucked up, dude.
I mean,
team dog shit too, anyway.
Another standout story out of East is that this may be, in fact, Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons last season possibly playing together.
That's crazy.
That is insane.
That's weird to think about. I always felt like they were gonna be together forever.
They complement each other well, but apparently no one thinks they can win a championship with those two on the same team. Kind of like a Westbrook KD situation. I mean, they're both young, but they both would thrive in different environments. I mean, Embiid by himself and Ben Simmons by himself thrive. Ben Simmons on a championship contending team thrives. It's a great point guard.
Everybody on a championship team.
No, you couldn't put fucking
not any combination, but you put somebody on a championship team.
That's who has Ben Simmons skills.
But not like any combination. You know what I mean? Like
this year has been lackluster though. Ben Simmons has not gotten better. Oh well.
Well, speaking about things not changing, this nigga KD and his burner shit. All right, so this is another thing I'm getting from Bleacher Report. So KD the other day, I forgot what it was, but he was doing some sort of interview and was just like in his bag. Like he's been playing, like he's been off the court too long and he's talking too much. But I mean, that's kind of what, like him and Kyrie are both like that. They just chat, like they just be chatting. And KD said, and I quote, "I'm still going to do the burner thing. ... I just slipped up that one time." So KD still got burner accounts, y'all. So,
of course, he likes hearing what people are saying about him, bro, and
he likes
defending himself.
Mm-hmm. I find it funny. I don't think it's that ridiculous. And like anyone who's like, "Oh, why does he have time for this?" Blah blah. Like, I mean, for one, he has plenty of time. He's hurt.
He's injured, yeah.
And two, you think other players don't do this shit? They just don't say nothing about it,
or don't get caught.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and I think let me see if I can give. I'm trying to see if I can give credit to where the interview is actually from. Let me scroll up. Bro, I've sent so many things. I think it was on some podcast. I can't read it because the picture's too small and the name is pixelated. But this may or may not have been the same podcast where he said the following as well. He said, "In OKC, I play with a lot of athletes. I didn't play with a lot of skill guys. I was tired of having to be the only guy that could make threes, make jump shots, and consistently make them."
This is post Harden leaving for sure.
Yeah, KD is coming at niggas' head.
That was a shot at Russ.
That was a shot at Russ.
And honestly,
but also the thing is this too though. I'm not sure if it's like fully a shot. It could just be like to be real.
True.
Yeah, because we're not hearing the tone of his voice. We didn't listen to the podcast. We're just seeing a quote. It could very well just be KD just being like talking like this. Just like, yeah, man. I mean, to be real, I wanted a team that could shoot shots. I felt like that's what I needed, and I wanted to get out of there. I had athletes on my team. That's all. Yeah. Like it only means coming at Russ's head. I mean, and it is true.
Or maybe
Russ
he is
bullies niggas down low.
I mean, in general, Russ was always the problem for me when it came to that tandem. I thought it was very obvious that the person that should have the ball in his hand at the end of the game was KD. It was a lot of times where he didn't. It didn't make sense to me. So, I mean, yeah, possibly. Maybe he did feel like he had a bunch of athletes. I mean, they didn't really have.
Their team was it was a very athletic team, pretty much. Yeah. KD was the main skill guy. So
I don't remember them having spot up 3-point shooter. I mean, they probably had like Thabo Cephalosha. But ain't no spot up 3 shooter for real. He named 2 fucking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's fine. I mean, I just find it funny. It's just interesting to see.
No, that's funny. I saw that too.
Like this is like this just chat with no filter.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that the other day. That was a great shot at Russ too. I mean, whatever. Russ out here still doing shit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could get into that. I'm pretty sure the following stat I'm about to give you, courtesy of Bleacher Report yet again, is still right. Because I don't think Houston's played a game since then. So Russ has averaged 34.5 points, 7.5 assists, 8.5 rebounds, shooting on a 53% field goal percentage, and playing 38 minutes a game for the past 10 games. Brody is kicking ass. And I love to see it. What?
I say, yeah, he's turning up.
Yeah, this nigga bullying nigga. I'm loving it, bro. I'm so glad. Because for a minute, I was like, damn, like Russ is really struggling out here in Houston. But what it was is just, it was just trying to figure out how to use him. That's all. He has a specific skill set. He has a specific skill set. And what it is just play below the 3-point line.
And Houston doesn't
give him some post-ups on like guards that are smaller, which is most of them. And,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's really crazy. Yeah, like this dude is posting up niggas. And he's like, what? Like Russ is like
6'3".
6'3", right?
Yeah, he's 6'3". I mean,
Yeah, he's
he can
Steph's
play.
height pretty
He
much.
can play below the arc, but that's not what D'Antoni wants. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't think he's gonna stay there long, or if they do, I don't think D'Antoni's gonna stay there. I really don't know what the fuck they're gonna do.
Yeah, because that's not the type of like they. I don't know why they got him in the first place. It really seems weird because like they were trying to follow the Golden State model, like threes, and you pick up a guy who that's not his game.
Golden
You know
State
this.
model? You mean the D'Antoni model from the get go that Golden State copied?
Well, yeah, that's true. But I mean, Golden State made it work way better than he ever
No,
did.
the 2007 Phoenix Suns would beg to differ.
I
They
don't
they
know.
turned that team completely around with just that fucking motto. I remember them having hella shooters: Barbosa, Raja Bell, Steve Nash.
They're
Fucking, they
not
made
fucking with.
Sean Marion a 3-point shooter.
They're not fucking with the
They
modern
made
Golden State Warriors,
Amari Stoudemire a 3-point shooter.
and they're not fucking with the modern day Golden State Warriors.
They fucked them niggas up. That's because there's actually star players. If you
Amari was a
had
star
the
back then.
Amari wasn't a guard star
Was
though.
it
He
Steve
still
Nash
was.
too?
Steve Nash was a star. Yes, Steve Nash is
No,
a
no, no. I was
Hall of
trying to make
Fame
sure. I
player.
was trying to make sure he was on the team because that nigga is definitely a star.
Yeah, no, he was there. That's what I just said. Steve Nash,
Yeah, we thought
Barbosa, Raja Bell.
they're
I'm saying their
stars.
3-point shooters weren't stars. Sean Marion's a star.
Okay, but my point is this: you said that on what? You said
Golden
the
State made it look
style
better
that
because
Mike
they're
D'Antoni
actually
created.
stars.
You said no, no, no. Like before
And those
then,
are better 3-point
you
shooters. I'm not
you
gonna start
said
like Steph
yeah, that's
Curry
what I'm
and Clay
saying. Like
Thompson are
Clay and
better.
Steph, come on, they
I don't
perfected the style that he created, which is what I said.
I don't know if I would. I don't even gonna say what I was gonna say.
Did they get a chip?
No, no.
Okay, so
I mean,
case
they had to
closed.
go against Lakers, Kobe Lakers.
Case closed, bro.
They had to go against Kobe Lakers.
Case closed. Nah, you can't bring
They
this
didn't
closed.
go out. They didn't go out fetching for stars.
Case closed, nigga. Mike D'Antoni created the style, and the Warriors perfected it. That's what I said. Um,
I still take Nash over Curry if you're talking about. Steph
Yo,
Curry's a
bro.
shooting guard. Fuck that nigga.
Um,
Can't pass the ball like Nash.
let's talk about this we can talk about very quickly. There was a game this past week. I'm pretty sure you all know if you follow basketball at all. Damian Lillard's very mad about it. There was a layup at the end that was that got blocked by Rudy Gobert, and it was a definite goaltend. And yeah, the refs just missed it, and the fucking Trailblazers lost the game. And Damian Lillard was very mad about it. He said, "It cost us the fucking game, man. We in a playoff race. They cost us a game on an easy call. Dame is tight, and he has every reason to be tight. The shit was such a blatant like goaltend. It came off the backboard, and then Rudy Gobert smacked it. And it's one of those things where like the rules, like the refs protecting themselves by saying like, oh well, since no call was made, we couldn't go back to the replay sort of thing and go back even so they didn't. So there was a no call made, and then I imagine someone
Isn't
got
there
the
a challenge
rebound.
flag still? What the fuck?
I don't get it, bro. It's like you guys can never fix your mistakes.
We have challenge flags now.
Like, okay, so what? Like the play went on for a couple more seconds after you realize, wait, hold on, I fucked up. Blow the whistle, move the clock back, and call the right call.
They put challenge flags in for a fucking reason. I'm upset.
Yeah, so that shit is funny and crazy. I'm not mad. I'm not upset, and that's kind of in a way because like I'm kind of a Damian Lillard hater. I've realized.
Damn, you really don't fuck with Dame Lil? Why you don't fuck
No,
with
it's just a thing. Like I don't like when people bring him up. Like he's the unspoken truth. No one be giving him respect, and I'm just
They
like,
don't.
I know, but I'm just like keep letting people not give him respect. Shut up. We all know he's nice, but I don't want to talk about him. So basically, I want to perpetuate this like culture we have in basketball for no reason that he doesn't have that much like star power. I want to perpetuate it. Why? I don't know.
He has star power though.
No,
He's always been the truth.
But he doesn't have it yet for whatever reason. I have no idea because the dude has all the talent in the world, but I don't know. Dame Lillard don't sell. Maybe it's the organization.
You'd be mad at me 3 years ago. They asked me what I want, Kyrie or Steph, and I said, fuck them niggas. I want the nigga that can dunk on niggas and do the same thing they can do, aka Lil. That nigga's cold. He's always been cold.
All he do is rap.
He can rap. He can dunk. He can shoot threes just as far
Man,
as
he can't play any All-Star game
because
because he pulled out.
Kyrie. Well, maybe not just as good, but close enough. Damn it.
He can't play any All-Star game because he pulled out.
I don't blame him.
Book is yeah. Well, why did he pull out? Was it like is it like a low management thing?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. He's really serious about trying to make the playoffs and do nothing. But
they team did good last year.
He's letting Devin Booker.
You remember he sent Houston home, or not Houston? OKC home. He almost fucked Houston up.
Yeah, I remember
that. They gonna do good this year. They got a better team now too. Hassan Whiteside's pretty decent.
Don't forget. Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Melo.
Yeah. Anyway, like I was trying to say, Devin Booker is replacing him in the All-Star game. There's a couple like it's a weird thing because it's like you feel like they got snubbed, but I don't want to necessarily replace anybody who got picked over the guys like who got snubbed. So what, like Booker, but he's in now. Bradley Beal. What was another name that was being brought up in like snubs? You know.
Yeah. I don't think there was any like. I mean, I expected those snubs. Karl Anthony Towns, but he was bad. Like played really bad this year. What's this on him? Oh well.
Cat.
Yeah, Cat. Oh well, Cat.
Uh, but yeah, so I mean, to me, those are the two big ones. I do remember hearing other ones and being like, I don't really give a fuck because they didn't get to play because like
Hold on, I feel like I'm missing somebody though.
there's Bradley Beal, there's like Zach LaVine,
Probably John Wall.
Jalen Brown's also playing pretty well, and you already said Cat. Paul
Rudy
George
Gobert.
also, he's not in.
Gobert.
Yeah, no, Rudy Gobert's in. Actually,
what the fuck am I looking at?
which is why some people are like, what the fuck? Because like, well, what is that nigga gonna do during the game? It's gonna be
Oh
exciting.
yeah, Rudy Gobert is there. Hold up.
So yeah, Paul George. Some people say John Morant. Shit like that. I feel like Ja can wait, Jalen Brown can wait. You know, like
these niggas are not.
I think the biggest ones maybe like Zach LaVine, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, and Paul George, and I guess Cat maybe. But you said
DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan.
No, that's not the Andre.
No, he's in.
Zach LaVine.
Zach LaVine, yeah, I said him.
John Morant. No, apparently DeMar wasn't.
Wasn't?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I guess I'd assume him. But I really don't know how he's playing this year, so he might not even deserve it. But yeah. So it's like it's a weird thing though, because none of these guys, other than like guys like Rudy Gobert, we're just gonna take away like guys who aren't gonna really be exciting to watch, and just replace these guys who could be more exciting with them. Then I guess, yeah. But you know, it's like I don't know, like maybe they could have just extended the rosters a little bit.
Yeah.
Made the team a little bigger.
No, I don't know about that because then not everybody gets to play. It's an All-Star game, bros.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because it's like not even everybody gets minutes like that in the All-Star game itself.
Yeah.
Like your nigga might be in, you be like, yeah, my man in, but he played like 4 minutes. Like, okay, big whoop. Like, and he made like
it's not even worth all that.
Yeah, it's not even like worth it all. So I don't know. I think it's a thing of like people are just mad that their fair players aren't being acknowledged. And I mean Bradley Beal's pissed, actually. He was very pissed about being snubbed.
I respect it, bro. Get better next year.
Because he's balling out on a shitty team.
It's not his fault. That is his fault. Get your ass out, bro. Do some shit, bro. Either get your ass out the team.
Apparently, didn't he recently decide to stay though?
Yeah.
Yes, that's his fault.
They've been trying to shop him and Wall for the longest time. They'd rather restart.
Yeah, and this nigga like
nah. Niggas.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. I'm not too concerned about it. None of them niggas are my favorite players.
Yeah, he does have 12 consecutive games with 25 plus points though.
Yeah.
Do better. Where's John Wall? Is he injured this year?
Yeah. He's hurt. I haven't heard anything about him. I'm pretty sure he's hurt though.
Been hurt for a while.
Yeah, that nigga John Wall, he did the Dougie too hard and fucked his shit up.
John Wall always just fucking himself up.
Yeah. All right, so moving on. So let's just take a moment and appreciate good guy D Wade. This week he's done two things that have been notable involving just showing how much of a good person he is. Well, one is with his daughter. I'll get to that one. And the first one is this first one's a callback to a previous episode we did. I may or may not have been a sports talk episode, but we did an episode where we talked about this teen who was pressured to cut his dreadlocks. Was it? I think
Ellen gave him money too.
I think he was pressured to cut his dreadlocks in order to graduate, right?
Right.
This kid who goes to school in Texas or some shit, I think. He was being pressured by the school administration because they deemed that his hair was against a kind of newly established dress code where male students weren't allowed to have messy hair or hair that was too long.
Yep.
And
something like that.
And they luckily they weren't like dreadlocks are dirty, thus they're messy, thus you can't have them. What they said was that his hair is just too long. If they would have said the other thing, that'd been fucking insane and super disrespectful, like blatantly racist and like But the other thing was like, nigga, your hair too long. You gotta cut it. Right. And the thing is, there is an issue too, how like these little things is just so fucking dumb, policies and shit. Because like, dude used to wear his hair up all the time while he's at school, but they were like, no, because if you were to take it down during class, it'd be below. Like, what the fuck? He keeps it up.
Yeah, he wears it up. It made no sense. And he was growing out for and the thing is, I'm pretty sure school said if it's a religious reason, you're fine. It's very close to a religious reason that men of his family are from Trinidad and they wear their hair long.
Yeah, it's a cultural thing.
It's a cultural thing.
Like, it's not technically a religion, but it's cultural, bro. Deep ties.
But go ahead with the D-Wade thing, because I do know what happened, but you go ahead.
Yeah, so basically, in short, D-Wade and Gabrielle Union took homie off to the Oscars with them.
That is really awesome. Yeah, Ellen also paid for him some college tuition, which is cool. He's cashing out. Thank you, private school, for being dumbasses.
Yeah, thank you, because you helping this nigga life take off. And
God is good.
And the other good thing about D-Wade in recent news is just more like public acceptance of his transgender daughter. I don't remember exactly what was said. It's a very general thing. It's a very general thing to me at this point because D-Wade
I know what he said.
Come out and said stuff about this, about supporting it.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of just like, this is just him continuing what he's already been doing. But
yeah, he kind of on a repeat mode, but he's been said this a couple times. He said it on a podcast. He said it on national TV now. I mean, in general, it just seems like honestly, him and Gabrielle Union, which I don't know why people don't expect this, but they're just honest ass parents and good honest ass parents at that. I mean, I don't think it's because of the money, because I think they're both just like that. To be honest, they just honest as fuck. Gabrielle Union has a book where she talks about her fucking life, and she was hella promiscuous, but she like admitted it and is like, yeah, but at some point you got to settle down and just be for your husband. And now that's me. I'm for my husband, and they have great, they obviously have kids together, but they both just honest ass parents. And D Wade is a great dad for at least instead of just shooting it down and making a big deal out of it, he being one of those NBA parents that isn't going to be a phobe of any kind and just
Yeah,
like,
like Tim
hey, fuck
Hardaway.
it. Yeah, he's just like, fuck it. I'm gonna try to do what I can to be the best dad here and learn about it and understand it instead of be a fucking dumbass and shoot it down. So respect to him. That takes balls and guts, especially with your peers. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
feel like I feel like it's something that needs to be noteworthy because in a black ruled game such as basketball, those homophobic tones that ruled the black community are strong, especially for black men. So
you're
yep, yep, yep.
big facts. All right, so very important news. Darren Collison will remain retired.
They thought he was gonna be on the Lakers.
Yeah, so apparently the Lakers and the Clippers were trying to court him.
Had dinner with Jeannie Buss.
Do you give a fuck?
Honestly, Darren Collison has had a great year as a journeyman. Let that nigga rest. He may not even be a journeyman, honestly. I don't know how many teams he played for. Probably only played for 3. Let that nigga rest. Great player. Had a great year. Had great years.
I'm surprised I remember his name.
Honestly, he was a great role player. And a good starting point guard. Nothing other than that, though. It wasn't like he was amazing. Probably won't go to the Hall of Fame.
Hell no. Like I said, probably never in 1,000 years.
Probably won't go to the Hall of Fame. So
No,
it's not like we need to remember
he's
Darren
never going to
Collison.
even get brought up in discussion for, okay, all right, guys, who do we want to
Does Lou Will?
bring in this year? Darren Collison. Shut the fuck up, Joe. Ha, ha, ha. Like, that's how that conversation will go.
Does Lou Will?
Lou Will? No.
I think he does.
Oh, yeah.
He's the best. That's the greatest 6 man to ever live.
Nah, I think Jamal Crawford is. He might not be the best. I don't
If
really
Lou
think
Will,
his stats line stuff.
if Lou Will
But
gets
Jamal
a
Crawford's my
championship
favorite.
this year, he's the best. He's the best 6 man to ever play.
Yeah, I'll give him that. And if he gets a chip, then he might go to the Hall of Fame.
Even if he's won the damn award so many damn times, honestly, he might be the best.
That is true, though. Yeah, that is true. All right, so moving on to your boys, Kat and D'Lo, have bought 2,000 tickets to give out to fans.
I wanted to segue into this off of Devin Booker, but it's okay.
How do you feel about this? How do you feel about
them giving out 2,000 tickets?
2,000 tickets to D'Lo's debut game.
They're really excited about this. I just hope that it transitions. Neither one of them niggas play defense. Maybe the 2,000 people that they bought tickets for will scream defense, and maybe they'll start playing defense. I don't know. Or maybe we're just getting the triad ready, because once D-Book heads over to it's OV for everyone, apparently in their minds. All 3 of them think so, but none of those 3 play defense, so who knows?
Yeah, I think it's a cool gesture.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, that's whatever.
They do this all the time, bro. 50 Cent bought 200 tickets to Ja Rule's fucking concert to troll a nigga.
Well, yeah, that's different though. That's 50 Cent being petty. Like
2,000 tickets.
That nigga Ja Rule.
You buying 2,000 tickets makes me think that you don't think that you could have brought in 2,000 fans on your name alone. But whatever. I respect it. I'm happy that we have
I think what it is that they're trying to like reignite an excitement just to make sure.
Hopefully.
Like reignite excitement for the team.
They're working together.
Like nothing gets people more excited than free shit,
I guess that's true.
Yeah. So Andre Iguodala seems like he's trying to repair the burned bridges between his former teammates, John Morant and Dylan Brooks. What he said to Dylan Brooks, he said, "Save your money, young fella. Take care of your chicken and your mentals."
Mm-hmm.
That was in
that was to ESPN.
Dylan Brooks' 3-year, $35 million extension.
Mm-hmm.
That was just some like old head advice to him. And what he said to John Morant was, I saw a poll that said, who would you start a franchise with if you had to pick a point guard? I would have voted for him.
For sure. Just like everyone else did.
Yeah. So I guess Iggy's just trying to let them know, like, it wasn't personal against y'all. Like, it wasn't personal against y'all, in case y'all didn't get it that way. Because from my understanding, Josh, he really did not go to the practice facility or nothing. Like, he
did nothing.
He might have met them once, if that. So
he sat at home.
Yeah, exactly.
That was his agreement with the team.
Yeah. So, so like, he probably never really had a chance to really let them know, like, it's not like I don't fuck with y'all. I just wanted
It
something
was
else for my
handled
career.
professionally. That's the thing, though. Everybody can't respect it. Most people can respect it if
I
they
don't.
understand that it was handled professionally. Iguodala wasn't in the news all the time about it. It was pretty professional. It was handled. I feel bad for them though, because he could have helped them out, but it's whatever. I
Yeah.
mean, they gonna be kids regardless. Either they're gonna be kids or they're gonna be adults about it. They 19, 18. I think Dylan Brooks is 22, maybe 21. I don't even think he's 21. He might even just be 20. They may handle it however they want to, bro. But
It's whatever, man. It's
Andre
whatever.
Iguodala is a professional through and through, and he will probably be a commissioner in the future. To be honest with you,
For me, the biggest thing about him is just that the biggest thing about his career that has mattered to me is that dude's biceps, bro. That nigga arms are fucking crazy. His biceps
you
are goals.
do you remember that
Nigga's jacked.
he was a 20-5 player? Do you
Yeah, at one
remember
point.
when he was?
Yeah, what,
He
like
did you
Sixers
realize
days, right?
do you realize he still could have been that for like 6 more years, but decided to take a role player position? How
Yeah.
smart of a player is that?
I don't know. I don't think necessarily means smart. How many chips does he have to show for it?
3?
3, yeah, but like no, but,
That's more than half the players playing in the league right
no, no,
now.
no, no, no. I know that. And that's more than way more than
Or
half.
way more than half,
No,
yes.
the thing is, did he go from the Sixers straight to Golden State?
No, he went to Nuggets, but he played so well as a role player at the Nuggets that they decided that they wanted to get him on the Warriors. He was great. He was coming off the bench averaging 15 for the Nuggets.
Mm.
And the Nuggets were doing way well. They played against the Warriors. They went to the playoffs
Yeah,
without
yeah.
Melo and played against the Warriors and almost beat them. And Warriors are like, "What the fuck? We need Andre. We need this dude."
All right, moving on to our final two things involving the NBA today. Kevin Garnett is getting his number 5 jersey retired in Boston. It was announced. What I think it was announced like tonight or some shit. It was announced on the jumbotron during the game versus the Clippers. Yeah, it makes fucking sense. That's KG.
What
Yeah,
about his Minnesota jersey? That's already
yeah.
retired, right?
Has that been retired?
I
Let's
think
see.
it has. I hope so. That should have been the first thing to be retired.
Minnesota Timberwolves. If this one wasn't retired first, then that actually would be kind of funny. Let's see. How do I even check this? Retired numbers. Nope.
21.
His hasn't been retired.
They did a ceremony for him. I thought they retired it. I guess not.
No, they ain't retired yet. They only retired one. That's jersey number 2, Malik Sealy.
Yeah, Sealy.
Yeah, from back in Busy. That one will come, probably.
Come. What about Ray Allen? Where does his get retired? Does he get retired as Oklahoma Thunder?
All of them, dude.
I mean, Ray Allen deserves it, but they ain't gonna do it in Boston.
They ain't gonna. Why not?
Boston don't fuck with him.
Why he's alive?
I don't know. It's not. I don't know if it's Boston that don't fuck with him, but Ray Allen and Rondo and Paul Pierce and KG don't fuck with each other.
It's so funny, bro.
You know that beef? Haven't you seen that shit?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
That shit's retarded.
Yeah, they're
Shit
fucking
dumb.
whatever. And Harrison Barnes has stated he will not shave or cut his hair until the Kings hit 500. Let me see there. let me see.
As if they will hit 500. They're 21 and 33.
They're 21 and 33.
I think. Let me see. Hold up. Let me make sure again.
Yeah, they're 21 and 33. They're at 38%. Or I guess 300.
300 something.
389.
Yep.
This nigga about to look. I've been seeing memes. This nigga's about to have an afro and have a Gandalf beard like by the end of the season. It's over for him. He ain't cutting his shit.
Should never said nothing.
I don't know why he said that. Because if he cuts it before and people go, it's whatever, Harrison Barnes. I don't know. That nigga crazy.
Harrison Barnes was decent, man. Sad.
Yeah, he's good. Everybody good, man. NBA players.
True.
Yeah, so he's like, yeah, whatever. Sorry, Harrison, but you about to be one fuzzy, furry motherfucker.
Oh well.
All right, let's move on to the UFC. Let's talk about this fight. I guess you could just. Well, actually, no. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about one other thing first. You remember how I told you about Jared Cannonier last time?
Yep. He's got to fight.
So yeah, it seems like he's most likely. It seems like it's pretty much solidified. I think at this point, he's gonna fight Darren Till. So
we talked about this. I said I wanted Darren Till.
So this is the Killer Gorilla versus the Gorilla. This is gonna be great, dude.
This is what I wanted to see.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good ass fight if it happens. I think right now Darren Till is having a little bit of visa issues.
Yep.
And I think he tweeted at Donald Trump to like help him out.
That nigga ain't gonna.
Nah,
waste of. Never mind.
But yeah, this is dope. I'm excited for this. So yeah. All right, moving on. John Jones versus who the hell did he fight? Oh, Dominic Reyes.
Reyes?
Took me a second. Yeah, I mean this fight was just controversial. Like the result.
It was a bum fight.
Yeah, I mean, I guess to put it quickly, I feel like John did not show enough urgency. Like as a fan of his, these last 2 fights just look like he's just going with the motions. He lost his sense of urgency, or maybe he just can't perform the same way he used to. I don't know. He's not very old, but he does have a lot of mileage on him. A lot of people are saying it's because like the competition he's facing is just better than it was before. These guys are bigger and stronger and faster. And I want to say like maybe, but it's like I don't think it's a thing of like these fighters are better than they used to be. Like I think they are less one dimensional, but the thing is, I don't. It's like John's better than. I mean, in a way, you'd imagine he is better than what he used to be, but it seems like he's also not. I don't know what it is. I really don't think though. I don't have a feeling in my gut that it's like the competition's just getting better. I just really don't feel that at light heavyweight. Like they're saying, like light heavyweight fighters are just better now. I don't feel it. But I don't know. Yeah, it's just seems like John's fire is slowly but surely fizzling out. Hopefully in his next fight we can see something more from him.
Yeah,
But,
hopefully.
yeah, and I mean, in regards to whether or not I think he won, I think it could have went both ways or it could have been a draw. But he's the champ, so he got it, you know. But I mean, I for one thing they need to run it back
I think they
because
will.
I don't sit well with this win. Like as a Jones fan, I'm like this isn't closure for me. I was like I don't know if I don't know if he's better than Dominic. I want to run it back. I don't know. And there's a lot of things too. Like John for one, because this fight's been getting a lot of like scrutiny because of the result. Dom has been saying like he feels like he won, which is a very convincing argument. Like well not that argument, but he has like a point. Like you can definitely argue that he won. And
Or he just didn't get beat too bad.
Or that, he
bad
has
enough to lose the. Yeah. I don't know.
It's a weird one. It really is hard to call. I think the first 2 rounds definitely went to Dominic. The third one is a toss up for people, and the last 2 I feel like Jones definitely. Let me see if I can pull up some of these stats. Let me see if I can find them really quickly from the fight. But John has been going on Twitter. I think he kind of stopped now, but he was on Twitter for a while. I think a day or two after the fight, he said him and his team got to rewatch the fight and really analyze it. And they're like, yeah, we feel very secure in our win because of certain aspects and stuff like that. Like for one, Dominic didn't get any takedowns. And he defended a couple of them, but he also didn't defend all of them. And those are things that can, those are weighed sort of heavily for judges, getting takedowns and stuff. And especially in a fight where no guy was in any physical, like, wasn't any crazy danger from like punches and blows and kicks, stuff like that. I think even gets weighed even more. Because at no point did either one of them really seem like they were like, oh, he's rocked, like he's stunned. Like, I'm not sure how much blood there was even. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it was a lackluster fight, bro.
And that's the weird thing. It doesn't feel lackluster though from Dominic. For me, at least. I mean, and this is just, and for me, like beforehand,
Actually, okay.
I didn't really know Dominic too well. You said what?
It wasn't lackluster, but it seemed almost evenly matched, but it's because one person didn't seem to be putting their all into it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like rather not, even if John Jones might put his all into it, I don't know if it would have been the same result or not, but it seemed like it's possible. Because it was a longer fight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Personally, it was kind of just a drag to watch because it was like, is he going to come back? Is he going to come back? Is he going to do anything? And yeah, the last 2 rounds he did, do enough to
He was
secure the
putting
round.
pressure on Dom, and Dom was literally running.
Yeah.
Those last 2 rounds, just trying to run away with the win. But those are those championship rounds that, and there's an interesting thing because then, like, when fights like this happen, and so many people also want a particular guy to lose, and he skates by with a win by the skin of his ass, like, then it becomes a thing where people all been there, when everybody starts like questioning the way that we judge these fights and who's judges and all that stuff. And also, I'm not gonna sit here and act like MMA judging is perfect. It's far from it. But these discussions only come up when situations like this happen. It needs to be more prevalent so we can actually get something changed. And according to what I know from the reformed judging guidelines, the win that like John winning makes sense because of like takedowns being relevant, how significant are strikes, who's dictating the pace, who's putting more pressure, who does, like things like there's a lot of things. And John, I felt showed more versatility and edged out on a couple of different things in the long term over the course of the whole fight. But yeah, I mean, I guess I could just read John's tweet to like one of his bigger ones. So he says, Dominic outstruck me by literally 12 shots. I scored the takedowns, was the aggressor, controlled the octagon every round, had more significant strikes landed. Dom completely stopped fighting in the championship rounds and had the audacity to be mad at the judges. Don't be mad at the judges. Be mad at Dom's conditioning, guy. Man started to give up when water got deep and is now going around doing interviews talking about being robbed. When will these young boys start taking responsibility? What's wrong with boys these days? I mean, like, that was a very well put together tweet because he brings up, like, yeah, Dom did not seem like he wanted any more smoke for the most part in those last 2 rounds. And Jones was stalking him down the whole time, was never in any real trouble, and I mean, pressure and stuff like that and dictating the pace is always something that gets scored in like fighting, no matter the art. John got some takedowns in. Dom also defended some, but John got some, was pushing it, so I don't know. it's a tricky thing. I do want them to run it back. Because if not, it's like I don't even know what I want from John Jones at this point. Like if not, like a rematch, then just retire. I think he's proved enough. It's kind of like at this point, it's just like it's not exciting. I'm not excited about John Jones anymore. Love him, he's a GOAT, but might be time to hang him up. Oh, there's also an interesting fact too. So this fight had the same exact scorecard as the Jones Gustafson fight way back in 2013, like down to the T. Like each round, obviously the judges were different. I think there's only one judge who was in both, Chris Lee. But other than that, all the judges, the other judges were different, and like the cards like match up perfectly. It's kind of crazy on each side for Jones, and the rounds that he got 10s and Alex got 9s. Same thing with like Jones and Reyes. It actually matches perfectly. That I found to be like kind of crazy because that first fight with them Gustafson was actually super entertaining, but this one was like sort of different. But yeah. Now here's something I want to ask you about, Josh. So there's this new thing. I think we can end on this. There's this new thing that let me see. Okay, there's a new thing that the Kansas Athletic Commission is offering to do, and they want to try. It's called real-time scoring.
For what?
For MMA. So what that means is, in between rounds, they'll have up on the jumbotron and make it public knowledge who has like the stats that we see at home on like significant strikes landed, takedowns completed, this and that, like all those numbers. Like you can see in like the UFC games, you can see it like fighters be able to see it in between rounds.
I think that's gonna be bad. It may be good for some people, but it'll be bad for most because if they're ahead by a shit ton, they'll just play out the rest of the fight, like kind of just getting by.
I think it could go one or two ways. I think that's possible too, but I also think that in a way that'll make niggas be like, oh shit. Like, okay, like for instance, let's say Dominic Reyes kind of sees it like, okay, this one is like it's 2-2 after the fourth. He would know he can't run in the fifth round no more. He got to bring it to John. And then at that point, somebody's probably gonna get finished because John also needs that round to edge over the win.
Right.
You know what I mean? Instead of what we got where the niggas is like, he's like attacking John. I mean, John's tagging him, and he's just been trying to survive and countering here and there. You know what I mean? And yeah, I think it's good to try. If it causes like too much of a change in fighters' behavior and it results in fights being less entertaining and less interesting because a motherfucker just get the lead in and run the whole fight, then that's whack. But then again, if they include like pressure in the real-time scoring, then that changes things. It's like, all right, nigga, you ran that whole round. Now you gotta now you are down because you didn't put any pressure on that during that round. So it also depends what things they put up.
That's true.
Yeah, so I think it's
possible, but it may be bad.
It might be better. It's definitely worth trying. The first promotion that's going to use it is Invicta FC. It's one of the smaller ones in North America, or that I don't really have events in North America. I'm not sure if that promotion is entirely North American based. But yeah, I'm interested to see how this plays out, and I hope it results in like fights being more clear and like judging not being so up in the air. Because like fighters, guys think too. Fighters don't know sometimes. They're like, I'm doing enough to win this. And their corner might think the same thing. And they judge is like, I didn't like your strategy. And you're like, what the fuck? And then you're like, okay, I lost this now.
I mean, it depends. It could help.
It depends. It might be good.
It could help close fights more than.
Yeah. They get more finishes too in fights. But yeah. I guess that's the episode. The only other thing, I guess just
what?
We didn't talk about the Skylar Diggins.
Oh, I mean, we can like closing remarks. Sky Diggs.
Yeah. She's joining what's the team?
Phoenix Mercury.
Yeah, she joined the Phoenix Mercury with Diana. I never knew how to say her last name. Taurasi, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Diana Taurasi and Brittany Griner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
great team.
I know all three of them are dope as fuck. The main way that I like consume women's basketball is mainly through like highlights and following different accounts on IG. But I may have to like really dive into it a bit more now with this team because these are all three like players I've known about. And like every other person, I got the hugest crush on Sky Dig. And just seeing her on a team like this is exciting. I think this might be pretty dope to watch. So I think I'm gonna pay more close attention.
I respect it.
Yeah, I fuck with OD. All right. Other than that, that's the episode. I hope you guys have a good weekend. I hope all the lovebirds out there have a good Valentine's Day. Me and Josh will probably be in our rooms jerking off.
I ain't jerking off, but I'm gonna be in my room. Fuck Valentine's.
You ain't gonna jerk off.
If anybody wants my boyfriend, my at is at Earls Royce Rocky on Twitter. DM me. Love you. Bye.
James Charles, holla at your boy.